So I just saw the news that the legend that was Carl Weathers passed away yesterday. And man, I don't normally make a big deal out of like celebrity deaths. I think I've only ever talked about maybe one on this channel before, which was Chadwick Boseman, and that was because it was such a surprise and such a monumental thing that happened. But Carl Weathers was one of those actors who never had a bad role. Like, I loved everything this dude did. Everything. From Dylan, you son of a bitch, like, to Action Jackson. If you don't know Action Jackson, look it up. 80s film. Carl Weathers is the star, which, you don't see a whole lot. He's usually like a side character or a supporting actor in a lot of things, but great film. Predator, obviously, as I mentioned, Dylan, you son of a bitch. Happy Gilmore. How iconic is the character of Chubbs. I hooked my ball into the rough down by the lake. Damn alligator just popped up. Cut me down in my prime. He got my hand, but I got one of that bastard's eyes, right? God, what a great character. I love, too, that, like, even starting out with such, like, serious and or action hero type roles, he never took himself too seriously. Obviously, if he's doing Happy Gilmore with Adam Sandler, and then even jumping into the Star Wars franchise as Greef Karga in The Mandalorian, which it was a wonderful addition to The Mandalorian. Sad that we won't get to see more of him in that series, unless there's stuff that he had filmed before he passed. But he passed away. He was 76 years old. Apparently, he passed in his sleep. I'm going to read an article here in a minute, just because I think it kind of tells the story of his life pretty well, and it better than I could do it sitting here, but yeah, I mean, no illnesses that anyone knew of, I don't think, or anything like that. He was just 76 years old, and he passed in his sleep, and who knows? I mean, that's pretty much the median age for males, right? Like right around that age. So it's not unheard of. But we don't know. I mean, there could have been other complications. I mean, we don't know. But officially, that's what has been put out by his family, that he passed in his sleep peacefully. But it's just sad. It's just sad, man, because I enjoyed still seeing this guy. I fell in love with him as Apollo Creed in the Rocky series. I don't think, for me personally, none of his other characters match up to the Apollo Creed character. Just such a great, iconic character. A character that started off as an antagonist, ended up being a protagonist, a teammate of the lead actor in the film. And I don't know how many times I've watched the Rocky franchise all the way through, but I will say it's probably been a percentage of my life spent, a whole number percentage of my life spent watching those films over and over. And even more so than Sylvester Stallone's Rocky, I think Carl Weathers' Apollo Creed is probably my favorite character from that entire franchise. Like, God. So I, a lot of people, younger people right now, probably know him as Greef Karga, or even if you're a little bit older than that, maybe you remember him mostly as Chubbs. But I grew up knowing him as Apollo Creed, and so when they made these new films with Michael B. Jordan, it was like, yes, they're continuing this character that I love so much. I mean, it's never gonna be anything compared to the amazing Carl Weathers Apollo Creed. But following it up with the story of his son, I thought was really, really creative, cool way to go. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of pour out my love for Carl Weathers, and also to read this great article that I found about him. And yeah, it's just it's sad. You know, I like I said, it's always sad when someone passes away, right? It's not like no duh, but I don't usually, like I said, make a big deal when it's like a celebrity death, because everyone makes a big deal out of it. It's like, you don't know these people. You don't know these people. Um, but it seems as though Carl Weathers, the man, was a pretty damn good man. Um, and outside of that, I loved his like literally his characters were part of my childhood. So I don't know. It's a little different than say someone that I didn't connect with as much passing away. But I really, really loved seeing Carl Weathers. Anytime he showed up in anything, it was like, yes, Carl Weathers is back. Um, Seeing him in The Mandalorian, I was like, no way, dude. Like, we get to see a lot of him in that. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of pour out my love for the man, and ask you guys kind of what's your favorite role that Carl Weathers did? Like, what stands out for you? Is it Apollo Creed? I feel like for most people it's probably Apollo Creed, but that could be my age talking. Like, maybe people, his Happy Gilmore role stands out more, or maybe Grief Karga is your experience with him. But yeah, what's your favorite Carl Weathers role, and just share some like memories of like maybe movies that you watched starring Carl Weathers, or series or what have you. Just leave it in the comments below. I just want to see like what other people's experiences were encountering Carl Weathers. But yeah, so I'm gonna jump into this article real quick and just kind of read through what I read and thought was pretty damn good. So here we go. And just so I give full credit here, this is by Benjamin Van Hoos with People Magazine. So it's titled Carl Weathers, actor from Rocky, Predator, Mandalorian, dead at 76. An exceptional human being. Carl was an exceptional human being who lived an extraordinary life, said the actor's family Friday. Carl Weathers, the actor known for his roles in Rocky, Predator, and The Mandalorian, has died. He was 76. His family said in a statement Friday, according to Deadline and Variety, that Weathers died peacefully in his sleep on Thursday, February 1st. We are deeply saddened to announce the passing of Carl Weathers, said the family, adding, Carl was an exceptional human being who lived an extraordinary life. Throughout his contributions to film, television, and the arts and sports, he has left an indelible mark and is recognized worldwide and across generations. He was a beloved brother, father, grandfather, partner, and friend. Weathers, a former NFL linebacker, starred as boxer Apollo Creed opposite Sylvester Stallone in the Rocky films, starting with the 1976 original. He co-starred with Arnold Schwarzenegger in 1987's Predator, and he most recently starred as Grief Karga on the Star Wars series The Mandalorian, which earned him an Emmy nomination. The star took the lead in 1988's Action Jackson, and he had memorable comedic roles as well, playing Chubbs in the 96 golf comedy Happy Gilmore with Adam Sandler. Plus, as a version of himself on the series Arrested Development. Weathers, who was born in New Orleans, told the newspaper Gambit that he discovered a passion for performing at a young age, performing in plays. I was bitten by the bug, as they say. On stage, having people laugh at the good lines and applaud at the end, it's pretty infectious. Once that bug gets inside you, it's kind of hard to give up, he said in 2020. Also in 2020, Weathers told British GQ that he sees a difference between being a movie star and an actor. This label of movie star doesn't really have anything to do with being a really fine actor or artist. Enough promotion of any person, enough movies where that person gets to be shown in a particular light can make them a movie star, he said at the time. That doesn't mean their chops are there as an actor to play a character that is perhaps unlike them, with complicated ideas behind the dialogue, behind the discourse, where a writer has really investigated something, and you as the actor have to pull out this performance that not only illustrates what the writer wanted to say and create, but exemplifies what kind of talent you really have. Weathers continues, as a movie star, you don't really have to have that. All you really need is to be photogenic. You need the right projects and you need a lot of promotion behind it. Movie stars can be made. Actors, that's a whole other ballgame. So anyway, guys, that's the article. I thought it was really good. I would love to hear what you guys think of that article, and maybe you can add to it some things that weren't mentioned there or that I haven't mentioned, or roles that you enjoyed him in that I didn't even mention here. You know, maybe a small bit part or something I don't even know about. Give me some Carl Weathers films that I've never seen. I would love to check them out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tribute, I guess, to the legendary Carl Weathers. If you enjoy this sort of thing where I talk entertainment and pop culture, then please subscribe for more. If you do decide to stick around and subscribe, then I'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks.